The World Women's Wrestling Championship is on the line as Mistress Belmont defends against the former champion Davienne in a long-awaited rematch. Plus, we take you back to the 2015 Iron 8 and the match for the NECW Heavyweight Championship between Brad Hollister and Slyck Wagner Brown. It's a supersized championship edition of New England Championship Wrestling, and it comes your way next.
Coming up, former Triple W champion Davienne gets set for her chance to regain that championship against the woman she took it from initially, Mistress Belmont. Davienne, what are your thoughts going into this match?
Al, I've been waiting since November to get my rematch against Mistress Belmont. I'm very prepared for tonight, and I am walking out with that title.
Well, Davienne, you know as well as anybody that wherever Mistress Belmont goes, Miss Sammi Lane and Toxis are not far behind.
Yeah, I know wherever Belmont goes, the sisterhood goes. Don't worry, though. I have a strategy for them tonight, and I am not leaving this building without my title.
Davienne set for her chance to become, once again, World Women's Wrestling Champion.
We take you back to April 11th, 2015. World Women's Wrestling Championship on the line as Mistress Belmont, with the sisterhood, Miss Sammi Lane and Toxis in tow, take on that woman right there, the former Triple W champion, Davienne. Davienne extremely popular with the fans here in New England Championship Wrestling. Davienne looking to regain the title that she won from Belmont last year at Bash 14. She had a brief one-month run with that championship before Belmont stole it back, and she's been in hot pursuit of the champion ever since. I'm getting word that something's going on in the back. Let's go now to Kevin Castro to see what's happening.
Get her on the phone. Find out where she is.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, Castro. We are way too busy trying to get a hold of our sister, Toxis. Knew we shouldn't have let her drive. And we need to worry about wiping that ring floor with that resting bitch face, Davienne.
Well, I was just trying to get your thoughts on the upcoming match.
You know what we think of Davienne? Can't you see she's busy? Nothing.
Excuse ladies, it's time for your match, so let's go out to the ring.
No. We are not going anywhere without Toxis.
Well, you're going to have to go somewhere without Toxis because she's not going to be here tonight.
What? You can't do that. No one told me.
Fix this.
First of all, last time I checked, I'm the general manager here. I can do anything I want, and I did. I banned Toxis from the building, and I talked to her last night, told her not to come. So
What?
she's not coming.
No. We need to go discuss this right
we're not
now.
discussing
this is
it. That's
not
it.
fair. You cannot do this. Let's go.
Fair
you
is
and me,
fair.
right now. Let's go.
NECW General Manager Paul Richard banning Toxis from the building. Miss Sammi Lane is furious. But all her fury is not going to do her any good because Toxis is not here, and this match is about to start. We await the entrance of the Triple W champion, who should be coming through that curtain any moment now. And there she is. Miss Sammi Lane with a folding chair in tow. She is not going to be able to use that in this matchup, I can assure you. A curveball thrown at the Triple W champion. In this long-awaited rematch against the former champion Davienne. That is one PO'd woman, and there you see Belmont flexing. Belmont always in tremendous condition. Sammi Lane no slouch in that department either. Belmont finally making her entrance. The referee for this contest is Barbara Mahoney. As we go to Chris Norman now for the official introductions to this championship match.
The following is a World Women's Wrestling feature match set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the Triple W Championship. Your referee is Barbara Mahoney. Introducing first, the challenger from Rutland, Massachusetts, Davienne.
Davienne, the former Triple W champion. Belmont, a three-time champion. Accompanied, as always, by Miss Sammi Lane. There you see referee Barbara Mahoney with the red and gold belt that symbolizes the World Women's Wrestling Championship. Going outside with that folding chair. And she's going to give Miss Sammi Lane a ringside seat. Belmont versus Davienne, World Women's Wrestling Championship on the line. There's the bell, and we are set for action. Collar and elbow tie-up. Davienne with a go-behind. Waistlock takedown by Davienne. Davienne taking advantage, trying to, oh man, drilled Belmont right into the canvas, face first. Davienne trying to chase away Miss Sammi Lane, but Belmont from behind. Davienne sends Belmont into the ropes. Luthes press, and she pounds Belmont right in the face. Davienne charges in. Big forearm right to the jaw of the World Women's Wrestling Champion. Belmont whipped to the buckle. Davienne charges in but eats a boot. Belmont on the second rope. High cross body. Belmont goes down, but Davienne out before the count of one. Big clubbing blow by Davienne on the World Women's Wrestling Champion. Davienne with Belmont on her shoulders. Davienne now setting up Belmont. Look at the power of Davienne. She is doing squats with the World Women's Wrestling Champion. And now she drops her right across the knee, chest first. Davienne with a cover. This could do it. Only two. Davienne showing why she held that title, albeit briefly. Off the ropes now. Davienne spears her right in half. Here's a cover, and only two. Davienne is dominant in the early going in this World Women's Wrestling Championship match. Drop kick to the back. Off the ropes now. Sammi Lane grabs the leg. And referee Barbara Mahoney says, get out of here. Hit the bricks, sister. You're out. Referee Barbara Mahoney has ejected Miss Sammi Lane from ringside. It is not a good night for Miss Sammi Lane. Belmont from behind nails Davienne. The champion took advantage. And now it's Belmont's turn to ground and pound. Blatant choke here. Referee Barbara Mahoney reminding the mistress that there's no choking. But she goes right back to it. Belmont using every bit of that 5 count to break. Boot right to the back of Davienne. Davienne sent face first into the buckle. Now Belmont setting her up. Once again a choke. Boot across the back as the throat is draped over that bottom rope. And Belmont now drops down with another boot right between the shoulder blades of Davienne. Here's the cover. Only 2. Davienne has waited months for another opportunity at the Mistress. First, NECW General Manager Paul Richard bans Toxis from the building, and now referee Barbara Mahoney ejects Miss Sammi Lane. It's an even matchup, but Belmont is breaking out all of her tactics. Belmont sends Davienne across the ring. The champion now setting up the challenger. Another blatant choke. Oh man, big chop by the champion. Davienne gives it right back. Another big chop. That sounded like a gunshot. And Davienne shoves Belmont down to the canvas. Davienne with a chop. It's a chop fest in the middle of the ring. Look at these two slugging away at each other. Davienne is pounding the you-know-what out of the Mistress. Another big clothesline by the challenger. Clothesline misses. Belmont kick to the midsection. Handful of hair sends Davienne down to the canvas. The champion goes for the cover, but only gets 2. Another action-packed World Women's Wrestling matchup here on New England Championship Wrestling. Belmont now with a surfboard, stretching out Davienne. Potentially a submission maneuver, but the Mistress gives it up. Belmont calling her spots right here, saying, watch what I'm going to do to her. Belmont trying for a suplex. Davienne doesn't go. And Davienne with a nice reversal. Belmont thought she was in control, but Davienne had other ideas. Fans, don't forget, this coming Saturday night, New England Championship Wrestling returning to live action at the Everett Rec Center. A card you do not want to miss. We will have all the details later in the broadcast. Davienne now drilling Belmont down to the canvas. Belmont now. Belly to back suplex by Davienne. The challenger has the momentum. Oh man! Did she drill Belmont face first into the canvas? Looks like Belmont's out of it. Only 2. Belmont just barely kicked out of that one. Frustration on the part of Davienne. But that instinct is one more reason why Mistress Belmont is the World Women's Wrestling Champion. Oh, wait a minute. A chair just slid into the ring. Miss Sammi Lane is back at ringside. She was tossed out of here. This is a fine for sure. Oh, wait a minute. Miss Sammi Lane smacks Davienne. Belmont has the chair. Belmont now nails Davienne. I believe the referee has called for the bell. A disqualification at the minimum here. Referee conferring with Chris Norman. Let's get the official word right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Barbara Mahoney is just informing that due to outside interference, she has disqualified Mistress Belmont.
Davienne gets the victory, but it's a small consolation.
Since titles do not change hands as a result of disqualification, Mistress Belmont will retain the Triple W Championship.
A travesty of justice for sure here. As Belmont once again, along with Miss Sammi Lane, finds a way to continue to hang on to that World Women's Wrestling Championship. That's disgusting. You can bet the general manager, Paul Richard, is going to issue a hefty fine right here. Look at these two. So smug. We're going to have Al Basler attempt to get post-match comments here from Davienne. Let's hear what Davienne has to say.
Davienne, the victorious of tonight for Liz is a miscarriage of justice.
A miscarriage? The only miscarriage that happened before that bitch was born!
Yikes.
Belmont has been hiding behind that skate, Sammi Lane, for way too long. I've had enough. One-on-one, Belmont! You and me! Last woman standing!
Oh my goodness! What a challenge!
You heard that Davienne has challenged Mistress Belmont to a last woman standing match.
A huge challenge just issued by Davienne. We will attempt to get response from Mistress Belmont and Miss Sammi Lane, but coming up, we take you back to the 2015 Iron 8 Championship and an epic NECW Heavyweight Championship match. Stay with us. New England Championship Wrestling returns live, kicking off a blazing summer, Saturday night, June 6th at the Everett Rec Center, 47 Elm Street, Everett, Mass, with a 7 p.m. bell time. The main event is a return match for the NECW Heavyweight Championship, as new champion Slyck Wagner Brown takes on now former champion Brad Hollister with the masshole Mike McCarthy as special guest referee. The NECW Television Championship is also on the line in a return match as sensational Scott Levesque with Miss Sammi Lane defend the title against former two-time champion Toto Loco. From there, it's an Everett street fight as the one-man lynch mob Jack Maverick takes on the Canadian Giant Genesis in a match where anything goes and falls count anywhere in Everett. In a World Women's Wrestling feature match, former Triple W champion Davienne takes on Toxis. Plus, the Firework Fox Vineyard with Rollins St. Gregory, the Mind Eraser Mike Rasha, and more to be announced. Tickets are on sale now. Online at necw.tv or call toll-free 1-800-838-3006. That's 1-800-838-3006. Don't miss New England Championship Wrestling as we kick off a blazing summer 2015, Saturday night, June 6th in Everett.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, and you're watching New England Championship Wrestling, and that's not a bad thing, that's bang! A good thing.
Once again, Mistress Belmont walks away still the World Women's Wrestling Champion. But Miss Sammi Lane, you heard Davienne issue the challenge for yet one more one-on-one rematch. This time, it would be the first ever last woman standing. Gotta ask, do you guys accept?
Are you kidding me? Davienne had one lucky night, and then Mistress Belmont took the title back the very next show. That little dog-faced bitch needs to run far away because we are done with her. Are you listening to us, Davy? You will never see this red and gold belt again, and no one will ever see this red and gold belt again until Mistress Belmont decides to retire with it. So, Davienne, I would suggest you go run to the pound and see who will take you in, because you're never getting near us.
May 10th, 2014, the 2014 Iron 8 Championship. Then NECW Heavyweight Champion Slyck Wagner Brown turns the title over to General Manager Paul Richard, surrendering the belt due to a knee injury that required surgery. Officials decided that rather than have a separate tournament to crown a new champion, the winner of that year's Iron 8 would also become the NECW Heavyweight Champion. After one of the most spectacular nights of action in company history, it was Brad Hollister pulling off the upset of a lifetime. The former champion presented Hollister with the belt and raised his hand. From that point on, Brad Hollister went undefeated, having handed losses to every top contender. But 11 months later, SWB returned from injury, 100% healed, and looking to regain the title he never lost. At the 2015 Iron 8 Championship, the two had their first one-on-one meeting, and here are the highlights. Talk about epic matchups. There you see the former NECW Heavyweight Champion Slyck Wagner Brown looking to regain that championship. SWB, one of the most popular figures in the history of New England Championship Wrestling. And look at the reception he gets from the fans in Beverly, Massachusetts. Slyck Wagner Brown, a man on a mission. As we bring you highlights from this championship matchup. The fans certainly showing their love and respect to Slyck Wagner Brown. As we get set for the entrance of the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Quite a story behind this individual. And there he is, Brad Hollister, the protege of Antonio the Promise Thomas. Hollister has had a phenomenal 12 months, winning the Iron 8 Championship and the NECW Heavyweight Championship along with it. Going undefeated since that date. The closest thing Hollister has experienced to defeat would be a time limit draw with Jeremy Prophet.
This match is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, Princeton, Jamaica, weighing in at 235 pounds, Slyck Wagner.
SWB has trained hard and says he is 110% ready for this matchup.
And his opponent from Springfield, Massachusetts, weighing at 212 pounds, the current NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister.
Hollister looks as though he's bulked up a little bit. Hollister working on his conditioning. Fans chanting SWB. And there you see the prize at stake in this matchup, the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Referee Chris Bartolo signals for the bell, and we are underway. Hollister versus Slyck Wagner Brown. Slyck Wagner Brown with the height, weight, and experience advantage over Brad Hollister. Both men jockeying for position here. And it's SWB with Hollister in the corner, but Hollister reverses. SWB ties him up. And a clean break. Brad Hollister has been a popular champion, but the fans are definitely in the corner of Slyck Wagner Brown. SWB with a hammerlock. Hollister now reverses, drops Wagner down, but SWB gets away. Intensity etched on the faces of both men. Waistlock go behind. Wagner reverses it as they ride each other here. SWB in control. And Hollister face down on the canvas. Pre-match interview, Slyck Wagner Brown extremely confident about the outcome of this matchup. Leg dive and a trip out by SWB. Hollister face first into the canvas. SWB has Hollister tied up. Brad Hollister, a former state amateur wrestling champion, but Slyck Wagner Brown has amateur credentials as well. Hollister trying to get back up to his feet. Wagner with a side headlock. Applied on Hollister. Hollister shoots him off. And a shoulder block sends the champion down to the canvas. Over the top goes SWB. Over the top goes Hollister. Hip toss reverse. Wagner gets him down, and Hollister kicks him away. Hollister now with a hip toss. Wagner kicks him away. Let's take you now a little bit further in this matchup. About 10 minutes in. It's been a back and forth battle. Jawbreaker by Brad Hollister. The NECW Heavyweight Champion charges in, but Wagner trips him out, and Hollister face first into the middle turnbuckle. SWB up top. Flying leg lariat sends Hollister down to the canvas. Here's a cover. This could do it here, but only two. Fans on the edge of their seats for this matchup. Brad Hollister has his fans in the audience, but they are outnumbered by the chants for Slyck Wagner Brown. What a matchup. Brad Hollister appears to be somewhat off his game here. Hollister with a shoulder block. Over the top, sunset flip. Wagner rolls through. Misses the kick. Hollister rolls him up. And look at the strength of Hollister. Hollister just hauls him up and drives him down. Here's a cover. Only two. That was close. Hollister looking frustrated at his inability to put away the challenger. What an epic matchup this has been. What an epic night of action. Hollister now charges in, but misses and gets slingshotted off the ropes. Wagner just sidestepped him, and Hollister slingshotted himself. Hollister charges in, but Wagner once again trips out Hollister. Wagner appearing to be one step ahead of the champion. Leg lariat. Down goes Hollister. Here's a cover. And that's it. Slyck Wagner Brown has done it. Let's get the official word from Chris Norman. Slyck Wagner Brown, a three-time NECW Heavyweight Champion. Listen to this ovation and look at these fans standing. Two phenomenal athletes in an epic battle, and Slyck Wagner Brown ending his one-year road to recovery by regaining the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Hollister looking disappointed, dejected, perhaps a little disappointed in himself. Slyck Wagner Brown is calling for the music to be cut off. Hollister looks upset. Al Basler is on his way into the ring to get post-match comments from the new champion.
Slyck Wagner Brown, you are the new NECW Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations, Wagner. Thank you, Al. And thank you, NECW fans. Thank you. I screwed up my knee pretty bad. And I had surgery the first time in my career. And I walked down this aisle right here. And I stepped between these hooks. And I handed over this title that you walked away with. This title right here, Brad, was handed to you. You may have won the IRA last year.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're going to get handed to on June 6th when we have a rematch. I'm going to hand you an ass whooping of a lifetime.
Hollister's ticked off. This is uncalled for. This is breaking down here. Hollister just pie-faced the new champion. Hollister and Wagner look like they want to go at it some more. NECW General Manager Paul Richard in the ring. Both referees, Al Basler, Mike Bernansky, they're trying to separate these two. This is stunning. General Manager Paul Richard is asking for the microphone.
The first order of business, Brad, as champion, is for you to get the hell out of my ring.
I never thought this would take this kind of a turn. This is getting out of hand.
Because you lost the match, you do get a rematch, and you will have that match June 6th in Everett.
That's this Saturday night.
June 6th in Everett. And why don't we throw a special guest referee in that match?
So Jesus in the match.
I think the Masshole Mike McCarthy would be a perfect.
What a development. That match is taking on a whole different character.
So, June 6th at the Everett Rec Center, you get your rematch for that title with special guest referee, the Masshole Mike McCarthy.
SWB defending against Brad Hollister this Saturday night. We'll have comments from both men when we continue after this. The official printing company of New England Championship Wrestling is Color Copy Center Boston. We copy, we print, we bind, we laminate. And we offer free delivery in Metro Boston. See us at 31 St. James Avenue in the Park Square building. Call us at 617-391-0030 or visit us online at colorcopycenterboston.com. They make NECW look good, they'll make you look good too. New England Championship Wrestling returns live, kicking off a blazing summer, Saturday night, June 6th at the Everett Rec Center, 47 Elm Street, Everett, Mass, with a 7 p.m. bell time. The main event is a return match for the NECW Heavyweight Championship as new champion Slyck Wagner Brown takes on now former champion Brad Hollister with the masshole Mike McCarthy as special guest referee. The NECW Television Championship is also on the line in a return match as sensational Scott Levesque with Miss Sammi Lane defend the title against former two-time champion Toto Loco. From there, it's an Everett street fight as the one-man lynch mob Jack Maverick takes on the Canadian Giant Genesis in a match where anything goes and falls count anywhere in Everett. In a World Women's Wrestling feature match, former Triple W champion Davienne takes on Toxis. Plus, the Firework Fox Vineyard with Rollins St. Gregory, the Mind Eraser Mike Brasha, and more to be announced. Tickets are on sale now. Online at necw.tv or call toll-free 1-800-838-3006. That's 1-800-838-3006. Don't miss New England Championship Wrestling as we kick off a blazing summer 2015, Saturday night, June 6th in Everett.
2014 Iron 8 Championship. That was a little over a year ago now. I'm sure if you asked anyone at the time in Beverly if they thought Brad Hollister was going to win it, well, they said yes, they were lying to you. No one really thought I had a shot in the dark to win that. I mean, I was only 21 years old. Then I didn't really have too many big wins under my belt at that point. A lot changed since then. You know, if you fast forward to 2015 Iron 8 Championship, I went against Slyck Wagner Brown. And Slyck, I'm not going to make any excuses, no bones about it. You did exactly what you said you were going to do. And that's get back to NECW Championship. Now, I think I may have showed you too much respect in that first match. Same respect that I didn't get in return, but hey, it is what it is. And if you want to throw Mike McCarthy in there as a special guest referee, that's fine with me. I trust my man Mike McCarthy will call it right down the middle because he knows if I get that title back, I'm going to give him the shot that he deserves. So Slyck, come June 6th, I'm going to get right up in your face. I'm going to do every single thing I can to get that title back. And this time, you're not going to get an ounce of my respect. You're not going to get a lick of my respect. You're not going to get a whiff of my respect. I'm going to beat your ass and get back my championship. And there's not a damn thing you could do about it except like it.
Let's play a game. I'm going to say a quote, and you guess who it's from. There we go. Okay. I make no apologies. I offer no excuses. That's right. B-Rad, former NECW Heavyweight Champion Brad Hollister. That's right. And I say former because I did exactly what I said I was going to do. And that's beat you and get my belt back. And that's exactly what I did in Beverly, Mass. That's exactly what I did. And the fans loved it. I loved it. The only person that didn't love it was you, B-Rad. Because you threw a fit, man. You flipped out. You threw a tantrum. You like a little kid. Like you never lost before. Well, get used to it, man. Because on June 6th, at the Rec Center in Everett, Mass, you get your rematch. But that's not all. You even get a special guest referee. Masshole Mike McCarthy. Good job, GM. General Manager Paul Richard, good job. Because you put me in the ring with two men that I've beaten in the past 2 months. See, you stacked the deck against me. Whether you realize it or not, that's exactly what you did. But it's cool, man. It's cool. Because I've been doing this my whole life. I've been beating the odds my whole life. And on June 6th at the Rec Center in Everett, Mass, I'm going to do it again. You see, B-Rad? They call you the Cinderella Man. They even coined your run last year as a Cinderella story. But that's exactly what it was, man. It was a Cinderella story because it didn't last long. And on June 6th at the Rec Center in Everett, Mass, it's going to be a Disney movie because it's going to have a happy ending. It's going to be SWB, the Underground King, 3-time NECW Heavyweight Champion, standing tall at the end of that match with my hand raised high and 15 pounds of gold hanging from my fist. Brad Hollister, B-Rad, June 6th, Rec Center, Everett, Mass. I'm going to rise up and beat you.